What is the enigma of the Nazca Lines? These ground drawings are one of the world's greatest archaeological puzzles. Located in the arid Nazca Desert in Peru, these gigantic figures were first discovered in the early 20th century by Peruvian military planes. The vast extent of these ground engravings reveals an incredible and complex array of geometric shapes and animal figures, each with impressive dimensions that are only fully visible from the air. Is it possible that this civilization drew the lines to communicate with interplanetary beings and extraterrestrial visitors? The answers may surprise you and challenge everything we know about this topic so far. So, if you're curious to understand why these large drawings might be far more mysterious and intriguing than they appear, stay with us. Ready to unravel these mysteries? Fasten your seatbelts, and let's embark on this journey of knowledge and discovery. It is believed that the Nazcas, an ancient civilization that inhabited the Nazca Desert region over 2,000 years ago, are responsible for creating the geoglyphs, drawings formed by arrangements of stones or by removing top layers of soil to create color contrasts. They are notable for their immense dimensions and are often only fully appreciated from a high altitude. The Nazca civilization flourished in the southern coastal region of Peru around 100 BC. This pre-Columbian culture developed in an arid and challenging environment, where the extreme desert conditions forced the Nazcas to devise ingenious survival solutions. The region they occupied is known for its dryness and water scarcity, yet the Nazcas managed to establish a thriving and culturally rich society. One of the most impressive curiosities about the Nazca civilization is their advanced irrigation system, which included underground aqueducts called puquios. These aqueducts allowed the Nazcas to channel water from underground sources to irrigate their crops in one of the world's driest regions. But, returning to the Nazca Lines, let's explore some of the theories surrounding this mystery. Among the most fascinating interpretations is the idea that the lines could function as a cosmic calendar. According to this theory, the geometric figures and animal drawings were oriented to mark important astronomical events, such as solstices and equinoxes, helping the Nazca civilization keep track of time and celestial cycles. Another intriguing theory suggests that the Nazca Lines could have served as landing strips for extraterrestrials. This hypothesis, although speculative and lacking concrete scientific evidence, has gained popularity in some streams of popular culture and science fiction. The idea is that the gigantic figures, only visible from the air, could have been designed to attract visitors from other planets. The theory that the Nazca Lines could have served as routes for religious processions is one of the most fascinating and complex interpretations of the purpose of these figures. According to this view, the lines were not just visible symbols from the ground, but also part of a deep and elaborate ritualistic system. This theory suggests that the Nazcas used the lines to organize and conduct ceremonial processions, in which participants moved along the figures as part of their religious practices. The geoglyphs may have functioned as a spiritual roadmap, guiding worshippers along specific paths that possibly corresponded to sacred events or religious celebrations. The idea is that the geometric shapes and animal drawings had symbolic meanings and served as reference points during these ceremonial walks. The processions could have been a way to unite the community in a collective act of devotion, or to seek favors from the gods, aligning with significant spiritual and cultural practices of the Nazca civilization. The theory is supported by some observations of the figures in the Nazca Lines that seem to be aligned with known religious practices and beliefs of the Nazcas. For example, certain geometric shapes and representations of animals may be associated with specific deities or aspects of Nazca cosmology. The presence of figures that seem to have a direct relationship with ritual or mythology suggests that the geoglyphs could have served as a tool to connect the physical world with the spiritual. With the advancement of modern technologies, researchers have been able to study the Nazca Lines with new precision. Techniques like photogrammetry, which creates three-dimensional images from photographs, and magnetometry surveys, which detect variations in the soil's magnetic field, have revealed new aspects of the lines. Besides technological discoveries, archaeological excavations have unearthed offering platforms and significant items, such as spondylus shells. These findings provide concrete evidence that the geoglyphs had a religious function. The offering platforms, located near the lines, and the artifacts found, suggest that the Nazcas used the lines as part of a complex system of rituals, conducting ceremonies that involved offerings and symbolisms associated with the spondylus shells. Spondylus are marine mollusk bivalve shells that were highly valued in ancient Andean cultures, especially by the Nazcas. Known for their vibrant colors and distinctive patterns, these shells were used in religious rituals and ceremonies, functioning as a symbol of status and spiritual power. Towards the end of the Nazca civilization, between the 5th and 7th centuries AD, the population began to experience a period of decline. During this phase, there was an increase in geoglyph construction, which some researchers interpret as a response to natural disasters that devastated the region, such as earthquakes and severe droughts. These adverse conditions likely exacerbated the fragility of Nazca society, accelerating its collapse. These natural disasters had a devastating impact on agriculture, the economic base of the Nazcas, which depended on a complex system of channels and aqueducts to irrigate the desert lands. The prolonged droughts and earthquakes may have seriously damaged this infrastructure, leading to food shortages and the collapse of social and political structures. In a desperate effort to appease the gods and restore balance, the Nazcas may have intensified geoglyph creation, conducting more frequent rituals in the hope of bringing back rain and avoiding further disasters. We conclude another journey through the fascinating and often challenging world of ancient civilizations and the mysteries they left behind. Today, we explored the intriguing Nazca Lines, from the theories surrounding this mystery to the complex relationship of the Nazca people with their gods. These mysteries and theories highlight how much more study needs to be done around the Nazca Lines. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to not miss any of our adventures. Also, check out our previous video, where we talked about what if the continents and oceans on Earth switched places. Let us know in the comments what you find most intriguing about the Nazca Lines and what other topics you'd like to see here. Until next time, explorers of the unknown.